Good morning. This is Cheryl Ollmann from the Brighton School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I hope everyone's doing well today. The last time I spoke, I focused on attention, and attention really being the glue to what happens in the learning process and in the classrooms. Today, I want to attach memory to that because attention and memory really work hand in hand to maximize a learning process for our kids. So by definition, memory is our brain's ability to acquire, store, and access information. When students are learning, what's happening is their brains are modifying information, modifying based on the new information that's taken in, and it attaches or associates that new information with information that's already known. So when we're integrating learning and memory, our brain has the ability to reconstruct what is already stored in the memory and reclassify it using new information coming in. Now, there are different types of memory that our brains are capable of, but for the sake of our time today, I want to focus just on two, working memory and long-term memory. Our working memory is very closely linked to attention. And our working memory is our ability to manipulate small bits of information so we can do something right now. So examples might be someone gives you a phone number and you need to write that down right away. And so if you're like me, you'll repeat that 7-digit phone number multiple times until you can find that piece of paper and pencil to write the phone number down. Or asking your child to manipulate 14 plus 16 in their head. And they have to store that information long enough to be able to manipulate the numbers and come to an accurate answer. That's our working memory. Now, working memory really has kind of two characteristics. It has capacity and it has capability. Our capacity is how much can we store in that working memory to use it. So right now, with all of the distractions of life today, our kids may find, and we as adults may find, that our capacity is compromised. We're too distracted to hold a lot of information for a short period of time. Our brain also has capability. It's what can we do with it? How do we organize that information or manipulate that information to put it to use? So you can see how those two things together, especially capacity, is influenced by attention. So interferences with our working memory can absolutely impact the learning that's going on in our classrooms, or in this case, in your homes with your kids. We also see difficulties with working memory if our children have a language disability like dyslexia or dysgraphia, whether our child has attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or other executive functioning deficits. Aside from short-term memory, we also have long-term memory, and those are our memories that are stored over longer periods of time. But those memories are influenced by the information that we're taking in and holding in our working memory. So when that new information comes into our brain goes into reclassify the information in the long term necessary so that it can be integrated with new information coming in. So when we're thinking about our kids at home, the ongoing practice of routines supports that memory development. It is essential in our development of memory and executive functions. That working memory gains access or gains the ability to open when those routines and rituals are part of long-term memory. Our attention is able to focus on more challenging tasks that require higher skill usage. So to learn, our kids must be able to activate, focus, and sustain attention. They must be able to hold information for use in short-term memory, pull information from their long-term memory so that those memories can be reconstructed. We want our kids to be able to use their working memory in order to reclassify information and associate that new learning with learning that they already have. And if they can do that, we're going to have some successful kids. Take care, and I'll see you again next time.